Good evening. Welcome to Advocate with Albert Abkarian. Welcome to the show. I hope you would like the show tonight. We have with us today the interim chief of Glendale Police Department, Carl Povolitis, and we have with us Lieutenant John Gilkerson.
Correct.
And your title is?
I'm a lieutenant in charge of our Professional Standards Bureau, which among other things is recruitment and hiring.
Okay, and we want to welcome both of you to our show. We appreciate you taking the time and coming to the show. It's very nice to see the police department wanting to come to the show, wanting to do recruitment in the Armenian community, and I know we have young members of the community that want to join the police department, and that's very, very nice to see. Before we go there, though, I always start my show with getting a background from my guests. So we're going to go with Lieutenant Gilkerson first. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your background, how long you've been in the force, your own personal background, how many kids you have, all of those.
Sure, sure. Well, I'm a Glendale native. My grandfather landed here about 100 years ago from a dusty little town in Pennsylvania, and I've been here ever since. Well, I haven't, but the family's been here ever since. Born and raised, I grew up in Montrose, went to Crescenta Valley High.
What year did you graduate?
79. 79, Falcons. Went to the...
I'm a 82 Nitros.
Oh, okay, all right. All right. Very good. Well, my mother was a Nitro.
Yeah.
Police department for 30 years. I worked patrol. I worked on motorcycles. I flew a helicopter with the chief for a time. That's right, we did. Patrol supervisor. I did a very satisfying stint in community policing, which was probably the single most satisfying part of my career. And then patrol lieutenant after that. I ran the traffic bureau last year, and this year I have gone up to the Professional Standards Bureau, as I explained. I have 3 daughters. I've got 2 grandkids. I've got a motorcycle I love to ride.
Beautiful. Yeah. How old are your kids?
They're 17, 19, and 27.
Oh, great.
So, yeah.
Great. Well, that's a good background. Your grandkids? How old?
2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Two girls. Two and 4.
Girls. Oh, beautiful.
All girls.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. My mother always says that if I knew how great having grandkids were, I would just have grandkids instead of children.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is very funny.
Yeah. And you can hand them off when it's time for them.
Exactly. Exactly. Chief, let's hear your background.
Well, I don't have the kids, so I can't compete in that front. I like expensive hobbies, but no, actually, well, as I said, I'm been a resident of Glendale now for 27 years. Wow. But I actually grew up on the Central Coast, up in the Monterey Peninsula area. You know, came down here to Glendale Police Department. Well, actually, I was finishing a master's degree at USC, and I met somebody from the Glendale Police Department. And though I think most everybody's discovered what a recession was in 2008, there's a group of people that didn't know what a recession was a little bit prior to that, but I did know what one was in 1990 and 91. And I said, I happened to meet somebody here that worked for Glendale Police Department, and that's how I ended up coming to work here. And since then, Glendale has really become my home. You know, live here, work here. Like John, I've had an opportunity to work at a lot of different things in the organization. I started like everybody else does, working in a patrol car. I worked burglary and auto theft as a detective for a while. And like John, one of the most satisfying experiences I had is I got to spend some time working community policing. And you know, from one of our neighboring departments, a retiring chief says, you know, the challenging thing about this profession is by the time you're wise enough to do it, you're too old to do it. And I really wish I understood then what I understood now about the community's interest in police work and how that relationship really needs to work. And the community policing stint probably was the time that I really came to understand that. I ended up promoting to sergeant and again working patrol, working investigations, and then kind of got my dream job for a while working out with air support, being able to fly helicopters for a little while, then promoted up to lieutenant and spent a little bit of time. Again, everybody sort of goes to the front line of working patrol, the primary contact point with the community, then spent some time running traffic in the traffic bureau for a while, and that touches everybody in this community.
Yep.
And then as captain and deputy chief, I've basically supervised every major division of the police department.
Why don't we take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back discussing some more issues with our 2 guests here.